Jarrell Big Baby Miller has made the news twice in a short amount of time. One's for positive and one's for something pretty negative, man. Let's talk.
Push the weight and now flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I wanted to wait a little bit. This news came out, I believe, yesterday. I wanted to see, what happened. And I really don't have any updates, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it. This is breaking news. It says, and I'll put the link in the description, Jarrell Big Baby Miller arrested in Florida, charged with carjacking, burglary, and assault or battery. Oh, oh boy. Come on, man. This is, well, let's read what's going on. Jarrell Miller's 2024 has gotten off to an even worse start than 2023 ended for the heavyweight contender. Less than 2 weeks after suffering his first professional loss against Daniel Dubois, Brooklyn's Miller was arrested Tuesday in Hollywood, Florida. According to an arrest report released by the Broward County Sheriff's Department, Miller was charged with carjacking without a firearm or weapon and burglary with assault or battery. Miller, 35 years old, remained in custody as of early Wednesday evening. His bond was set at $30,000. According to the website of WSVN 7, a television station in Miami, Miller stole a black Dodge Ram pickup truck from Hames Motors, a car dealership in Florida, Hollywood, Florida, to be exact. The truck was recently repossessed by the dealership, but Miller, with assistance from an unidentified woman, grabbed the dealership employee from behind, threw him to the ground, and drove off in the truck. You got to be kidding me. What is going on here? All right. Okay, wait a minute. As I'm reading, I'm trying to think, trying to make sense of this, but let's get through this. The woman reported, told the employee she left her cell phone in the truck. When the employee retrieved the keys and brought her to the truck, Miller proceeded with that prosecutors called a planned attack during the court proceeding Wednesday. Oh my gosh, what is happening? The truck had a tracker installed in it, which led police arresting Miller nearby. His arrest was the latest in a string of self-inflicted problems for the besmirched Miller outside of the ring. Miller was infamously removed from his shot at then champion Anthony Joshua. Y'all remember that, back in April 2019, because he tested positive for 4 banned substance performance enhancement drugs. Y'all remember that. The PED ordeal cost Miller approximately $5 million payday and led to his late replacement, Andy Ruiz, stopping AJ in the 7th round of their June 2019 bout at Madison Square Garden in New York. We all remember that. Miller failed another PED test prior to July of 2020, the fight against Jerry Forrest at the MGM Grand Conference Center in Las Vegas. He subsequently served a 2-year suspension. The 6'4", 330-pound Miller won 3 straight fights during his comeback before London's Dubois stopped him in the 10th and final round in the December 21st bout on the Joshua Out of Ireland undercard at the Kingdom Arena in Saudi Arabia. Miller has also been sued by promoter Dimitri Salita, who seeks nearly $5 million in damages, mostly from the purses Miller squandered by failing the PED test. So he's being sued for $5 million by Salita, whom I've had on my show. I think about a year and a half ago now. Had him on the show. Salute to him. But Miller cost him money, so he's suing him for damages. he blew a $5 million payday versus AJ. And so he blew a $5 million payday, and he's in debt $5 million because he's being sued by Salida because this guy couldn't stay off of PEDS. And now, allegedly, according to this report, he's out there, carjacking people. Well, they said the charge is carjacking. Let me go back to what it says here. The woman told the employee she left the cell phone in the truck. When the employee retrieved the keys and brought her back to the truck, Miller proceeded with what prosecutors called a planned attack during the court proceeding Wednesday. I don't know who this woman is. I don't know if it's his sister, or niece, or cousin, or some chick he's seeing. Could be a platonic friend. We don't know. I hope if it's not a relative of hers, I hope it's a chick that he's at least laying down with. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's a chick he's at least laying down with, because you don't just do this for anybody. But let me just put things into perspective. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm reading, the truck had a tracker installed. What did he think they were going to do by him taking the truck back? Now, granted, the story, I'm just going off of what's being said. For all we know, he might have a completely different story. Now, I don't know how, but he might have a completely different story. But I'm just going off of what's being reported to us. Why is this brother putting himself in this position? Why? This would have something to do with a woman, would it? She's getting her truck repossessed. It was repossessed by the dealership. If it's repossessed, let them take the damn thing. What was you going to do? Take it back and hide? I don't understand what's going on. What was you going to do? Now, you see, the man got another bite at the apple. I don't know what his purse was in Saudi. He fought Dubois the best way he could. Dubois did his thing. Salute to him. But now you come back to the States. And by the way, you converted to Islam when you was out there. This was supposed to be some life-changing stuff. And then you come back here to the States and you get involved in this. And they say the woman is unidentified. They say you grabbed the dealership employee and threw him to the ground and then drove off in the truck. I mean, what is he going to say? I didn't know he was an employee. No. No. If they're repossessing a car, that means somebody ain't paid a note. Simple as that. Why can't this fella stay out of trouble, man? You know what, man? Look, man. Look. I can't stand it when brothers behave how people already view you. And I'm not doing this video to drag him. I'm making a point. Tank Davis recently converted to Islam. I said it's a good move if you mean it. You make changes for the better. I'm all for that. Sometimes you turn to religion. I don't care what it is. But when you turn to religion, when you turn to God, you make changes for the better. If you need that to make changes, I'm all for it. Because that tells me you're trying to be a better person from what you were. And making a change is not something that you just wake up out of bed and say, okay, it's time to change. That's a nice little story that you hear in church, but the reality is those decisions are made over the span of maybe a year or a few months, and you have some situations going on in your life that you say, okay, you know what? I can't do this alone. I need the help of God. Which is why I don't clown people when they decide to accept Christ as their Lord and Savior, or they turn to Allah, or they turn to Buddha. I'm looking at you as a person. You acknowledging that you need help. Whatever path you've been walking hasn't gotten you anywhere positive. Now I just bigged up this brother. And I only know what happened with the story based off of what I've read. This is frustrating. I don't want this for this brother, but what does he want? Where's your self-control? If this is true, where's your self-control? I need to hear what happened. Who is this woman? Please, don't let this be some chick you're dealing with. Oh my God, I ain't paid a note. They're taking my car. Well, they're going to have to take the car. If you can't pay the note, they're going to have to take the car. If he told her, yo, I'm going to pay the note, he ain't paid the note because he has other financial responsibilities like the Salida situation, then let them take the car, man. You were just blessed with the opportunity to fight on one of the biggest cards in this era of boxing. You come home and this is what you do. Come on, brother. Come on. You think I want to see this brother fail? Tank Davis converts to Islam, gets on social media, and makes a derogatory comment towards somebody. In 2 days, you can't control yourself? This is frustrating. And for those of you that call me a Tank Davis hater, point out why I'm hating on him. Because I've never lied on that young man. Now you convert to Islam and you saying foolish things on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. This brother goes to Saudi, converts, comes here, and now he's getting arrested for carjacking? Man, I need to hear his side. And it needs to make sense. The year just started. Come on, brother.